Good morning, students. So, in last video, you studied about 4th Anglo-Mysore War, Dhondia War, which was a rebel or revolt which took place in Karnataka, and also about Kittur Rani Chennamma, which took place in near Belgaum, that is between the region between Dharwad and Belgaum. There she died. She was kept in the Bailungal prison. There only she died. So in this way many revolts took place in Karnataka. So regarding the exam, everything is important. So for 3 marks, 4 marks, they have asked many questions in this 4 Anglo-Mysore wars. 4 Anglo-Mysore wars, all the wars are important. This Rani Chennamma, Dhondia War, these also middle 2 marks, 3 marks questions they have asked. So next is Sangoli Rayana, that is from 1829 to 30, that is 1830. The name of Sangoli Rayana has remained famous along with the name of Rani Chennamma. Rayana was a brave soldier. He fought for the independence of Kittur and felt it was his duty to liberate his motherland. He fought with Rani Chennamma and was imprisoned along with her. He was later released by the British. So see here, the Sangoli Rayana, he was under the army of Kittur. He was in the army of Kittur. He was a brave soldier. He fought with Rani Chennamma against the British. So here see, he was also imprisoned with Rani Chennamma in Bailungal. So afterwards he was released by the British. After he was released again, he made many people with them. He made his own army and fought with the British to liberate or to free his motherland. To free his motherland means to free Kittur. There are many oral histories about Rayana. He developed a sense of nationalism and went on organizing an army. So see here in history, a lot of oral history. Oral history means which we tell only by mouth. Understood? No written documents and all are there. Such thing is known as oral history. So many oral history are there about Rayana and also about his bravery. So this nationalism, understood? He developed a sense of nationalism, means patriotism, the love for his motherland. He wanted to free his motherland from the Britishers. So that kind of nationalism he developed, and he also said to the people who were there around him. He went on organizing secret meetings and at sensitive geographical locations. He aimed at looting the treasury at taluka offices of the British. So what he did, see, he organized an army, means he collected many people with them and he made his own army. And when he made his own army, he had to take the meetings secretly. Understood? At different geographical locations. Understood? Once if you take a meeting in one place, in the other place the next meeting would be not in the same place. So why? Because the Britishers, they should not come to know about this all thing. And he also looted the treasury offices and taluka offices of the British. He had an army of 500 men. He became furious with the villagers who were assisting the British army. The British thought that Rayana was being instigated by Rani Chennamma. Hence, they shifted Chennamma to Kusgal prison from Bailungal. So what he did, see, he collected many people with him. He made army, he looted treasury office, he looted taluka offices, and also he made meetings with these all people. And the villagers, means in village the people who were there who supported the Britishers, he became furious against them, means he was angry with them. Why? Because they supported or they were with the British. So the British, when they came to know about this all thing, that Rayana is doing this all thing, he is looting the offices, he has made his own army, what they thought? They thought that Rani Chennamma she only is encouraging him. Why? Because she was a queen of Kittur and he was a soldier. She is encouraging him. So what they did? They shifted Rani Chennamma from Bailungal prison to Kusgal prison. The British cunning strategy to capture Rayana. They encouraged Desais who were opposing Rani Chennamma. And Amaldar named Krishna Raya joined hand with them. So see here. Now Britishers, what they wanted? Anyhow they wanted to kill Sangoli Rayana. Why? Because he was fighting against the Britishers. He was making his own army and all. So they wanted to kill Sangoli Rayana. So what they did? With their cunningness, they took help of the Desais. And whoever were there at that time who were opposing Rani Chennamma, they took help of those Desais and Amaldar. At that time the Amaldar Krishna Raya also joined with them. Thus Rayana was cunningly captured and brought down to Dharwad. Many of his soldiers surrendered after his arrest. So see here, by cunningly, when Krishna Raya Amaldar of that region, he joined hands with the Britishers, cunningly they captured Rayana. Understood? They captured Rayana and brought him to Dharwad, and many of his soldiers, they were also arrested. He was declared as an offender and was hanged till death. Many ballads have kept the life and bravery of Rayana alive till today. So see, something cunningly they had put something on him, some blame. By this what happened? He had to surrender himself and he was made an offender. He was declared as an offender. Offender means the person who commits any crime or who does any wrong thing. So they made him an offender and he was hanged till death. Understood? Means they hanged him publicly. They hanged him till death, means until he died he was hanged. But still today we remember him through ballads and all. Ballads means the songs in which the entire story will be there. No, that is called as ballads. So this much is about Sangoli Rayana. So many questions they have asked regarding Sangoli Rayana also for 3 marks and all. So at that time we have to write all point wise. All the answers in SST we have to write point wise only. Next is the rebellion of Amara Surya. This rebellion was basically a farmer rebellion. This rebellion needs to be understood in the backdrop of political situations prevalent in coastal Karnataka and Kodagu regions during 1835 to 37. So see here, this rebellion took place from 1835 to 1837. So in what all regions it took place? In coastal Karnataka and in Kodagu region. Understood? This rebellion of Amara Surya, it took place in coastal regions of Karnataka and Kodagu regions. The British dethroned the ruler of Kodagu, that is Chikkaveera Rajendra of Haleri dynasty in 1834. He was later transferred to Vellore through Bangalore and later to Kashi. This incident created political instability in Kodagu. So in Kodagu, Haleri dynasty was there. So at that time, Haleri dynasty's ruler Chikkaveera Rajendra was there, and he was dethroned, means he was removed from the kingship. He was removed from that throne in 1834, and later on he was transferred to Vellore through Bangalore and later to Kashi. So this Chikkaveera Rajendra, he was transferred to Vellore, Bangalore and then to Kashi. By this incident, when he was dethroned, by this incident what happened? Many people of Kodagu and also the political administration of Kodagu was disturbed. Swami Aparampara, Kalyana Swami and Puttabasappa organized a rebellion against this. All the three declared that they are part of the Haleri dynasty that ruled Kodagu. Swami Aparampara assumed the leadership of the rebellion. He was captured in 1834 and shifted to Bangalore. Similarly, Kalyana Swami was captured in 1837 and was placed in Mysore prison. You see, many people of Kodagu, they opposed this action of the British of dethroning their king. So these people here, Swami Aparampara, Kalyana Swami and Puttabasappa, these three people together, what happened, under their leadership leadership, they organized a rebel or they fought against the British. When they fought against the British, they declared themselves as a part of Haliri dynasty. Understood? We are from the Haliri dynasty, so we should fight against the British. Why? Because they have dethroned our king. So when they fought or when the rebel took place in Kodagu, at that time Aparampara, he took the leadership of that rebellion. He became the leader of that revolt which took place against the British. At that time he was captured in 1834 and shifted to Bangalore. He was a leader, Swami Aparampara. So he was captured and he was sent to Bangalore. It is in 1834. And in the same way, Kalyana Swami was also captured in 1837 and sent to Mysore prison. So that this revolt should be ended here only. Next, Puttabasappa, he alone was left. Swami Aparampara and Kalyana Swami, these both they were captured and they were sent to Bangalore and Mysore prisons. So now left was Puttabasappa. The people of Lower Kodagu continued the rebellion after the capture of Kalyana Swami. Sulya, Bellare and Puttur, the major places of Kannada region, were part of Amara Sulya. So here, after Kalyana Swami was captured and sent to Mysore prison, that is in 1837, the people of Kodagu, without their leader, they started carrying on this revolt. At that time here, Sulya, Bellary and Puttur, these all were regions of Amara Sulya. It is interesting to note that a farmer named Puttabasappa as Kalyana Swami. This Puttabasappa later presented himself as Swami Aparampara. This also notes the fluid nature of the rebellion. Puttabasappa took over the leadership of the rebellion. So here Puttabasappa, he was an ordinary farmer. Kalyana Swami and Aparampara Swami, they both were put in prison. But this Puttabasappa, this farmer, he came forward and he was named as, due to his courage, due to his bravery, he was named as Kalyana Swami. Understood? Kalyana Swami. But later on what happened? He was called as Swami Aparampara. Means he became so strong. He became the leader because earlier Swami Aparampara was the leader. Now what happened? He became the leader. He became so strong and led the rebel, means led the revolt, and he under his leadership. The rebellion started in the hilly region. Puttabasappa organized the rebels and calmed down the people. He declared that tax on tobacco and salt will be withdrawn if the rebel government assumes power. The rich farmers, landowners and local chieftains were assured of this movement. So here, Puttabasappa, he thought of organizing this rebel against the British. He thought of carrying on this revolt against the British. So what he did? He said that to his people, means those who were ready to fight or have war against the British, he said that tax on tobacco and salt should be removed, should be withdrawn, and the rebel government should assume the power. Means the rulers among their revolt only, the people among their revolt only, they only should assume the power. At that time what happened? The rich farmers, landowners and also chieftains, they came to know about this move of Puttabasappa. The capture of the government office in Bellare was the first move in this rebellion. Puttabasappa killed an amaldar who was known for his brutality, further increased the popularity of Puttabasappa. This incident gained more support for the rebellion and the rebellion became more famous. So here, the people who were there, the rich farmers, local land owners, chieftains and all, they came to know that Puttabasappa, he is becoming so strong. He is assuming this kind of leadership. He is encouraging those all people to fight against the British. When they came to know, so their first attempt was they captured the office and killed that amaldar, who was famous for his brutality. Brutality means he was very cruel. That amaldar who was there, he was very cruel. So when they killed him, at that time Puttabasappa, he became rebel or revolt was going on. The rebel marched towards Mangalore to capture it. The British were engaged in fortifying their fort in Mangalore. The rebels marched towards Mangalore through Panimangalore and Bantwal. They looted the treasury and prison of Bantwal. So here after killing that Amaldar, they marched now towards Mangalore. Why? Because they wanted to capture Mangalore. So when they were going, at that time what happened? They marched also towards Panimangalore and Bantwal, and also looted the offices, treasury offices and all of Bantwal. The British saw the army of Talcheri, Kannur and Bombay to quell this uprising. On hearing this development, Puttabasappa and his associated flew towards Sulya. The British captured them with the help of people in Kodagu. So here, the British, with the help of their army in Talcheri, Kannur and Bombay, they all what happened? They again wanted to fight against Puttabasappa. So when Puttabasappa came to know that the Britishers, they have with such a large army, they will have battle with us, they will have war with us, they again went back to Sulya. But with the help of the people of Kodagu, they could capture him and his people. Puttabasappa, Lakshmappa, Bangarasa, Kedambadi, Ramayya Gowda and Buddemani Appaya were hanged till death. Though the rebel failed, it has an important place in the history of rebellions against the British. So here, when the Britishers they wanted to have war with Puttabasappa, when he came to know, again he went back to Sulya. When he went back to Sulya, with the help of the people of Kodagu, the Britishers what happened? They could capture him. They captured him and the people whoever were there with him, they captured them all, and those all people who were there with him, like Lakshmappa, Bangarasa, Kedambadi, Ramayya Gowda and Buddemani Appaya and also Puttabasappa. They were hanged till death like Samboli Rayana. And in this way, this rebellion did not become an important, means it was not a successful one, it failed. But also it is still considered to be as important rebellion which took place in Karnataka. Next is rebellion of Surpura and Koppal. So in Surpura and Koppal also rebels took place. This is also in Karnataka only. Next here Surpura. Surpura is 50 kilometers from the present day Yadgir. So you might be knowing Yadgir place. There only 50 after the Yadgir 50 kilometers distance is there. There Surpura is there. This was an important place since the rule of Mughals. During the reign of Nizam of Hyderabad and Marathas, it became a vassal state. Later, most of the territory was lost and Surpura remained restricted to a smaller territory. During the reign of Venkatappa, it raised a rebellion against the British. So here, this Surpura, which is 50 kilometers away from Yadgir, it was considered to be as important place during the Mughal Empire. Understood? It was considered to be an important place during Mughal Empire. But during the reign of Nizam of Hyderabad and Marathas, after the Mughal Empire it became weak and all the provinces were divided, the Nizam of Hyderabad and Marathas, during their period it became a vassal state. Vassal state means the actual ruler of that was different and the other is to administer it. But later on what happened, Surpur, it lost its all territory and it became a very small place, a restricted place, and it was ruled by Venkatappa. And during this rule of Venkatappa only a revolt was led in Surpura against the British. Venkatappa Nayaka. So during his reign only or during his kingship only what happened? In Surpura, a revolt was led against the British. Venkatappa came to throne after the death of his father Krishna Nayaka. He was born in 1834 and came to throne in an early age. His ascendance to throne was opposed by Krishna Nayaka's brother Peddanayaka. So see here, Venkatappa Nayaka, after death of his father, that is Krishna Nayaka, he became the king. That is, after death of Krishna Nayaka, his son Venkatappa Nayaka, who was born in 1834, he became the king of Surpur. But when he became the king, Krishna Nayaka's brother, that is Peddanayaka, had opposed him, who Venkatappa Nayaka. This resulted in internal struggle. The British interfered in the affairs of Surpur. In 1842, they appointed Madras Taylor as their political agent and gained proxy power over Surpur. So see here, these Britishers, they came to know that Peddanayaka is opposing Venkatappa Nayaka to become the next king. Understood? So when the Britishers, they came to know that there is political disturbance in Surpura, what they did? They interfered into the administration of Surpura and they appointed Madras Taylor as a political agent and also gained proxy power. Proxy power means the authority to take any decision. Understood? Madras Taylor was appointed as a political agent and also they gained proxy power of that region, that is Surpura. Taylor was a reformist. He developed Surpura princely state. Peddanayaka was appointed as the Diwan of the state. Understood? So Taylor, what happened? He was a reformist. He was a reformist means reforming means what? Whatever is there already, again forming, that is called as a reformist. So he wanted to improve that Surpura region anyhow. So what happened? He appointed Peddanayaka as the Diwan of that state, that is of Surpura. Taylor conducted the land survey of the kingdom. The revenue of the state increased due to the measures implemented by Taylor. He took measures to educate Venkatappa Nayaka properly. He came to power in 1853. So see here, Madras Taylor, he was appointed as a political agent and also he wanted to reform those all lands and regions. So Peddanayaka was appointed as Diwan. So when Taylor, he conducted a land survey of the kingdom. He made a land survey and he all reformed it. From then onwards, what happened? Tax of that region, that is tax of Surpur, was increased and they gained a lot of economy. So whatever the measures the Taylor had implemented, had started, that only they had to follow. But later on, Venkatappa Nayaka, he also came to know that all things and he became the ruler in 1853. Who? Venkatappa Nayaka came to the throne in 1853. Next, so during his rule only what happened? He carried on revolt or rebel against the British. Who? Venkatappa Nayaka. Next here, rebellion of Surpura means these all were the conditions in Surpura. Now how the rebel or revolt took place in Surpura. So see here, rebel of Surpura. The British government was observing the various developments of Surpur. Understood? Various developments of Surpur. What all was going on? Now when Madras Taylor was appointed as a political agent, from then onwards what happened? He made land survey and the taxes of that land was collected, it was more collected. So the economy of that region had increased and in 1853 Venkatappa Nayaka, he became the ruler of Surpura. The British government was observing the various developments of Surpura. In 1857 it came to the notice of government that the representatives of Nana Saheb were present in Surpura. So see here, Madras Taylor was a political agent. He was a person of the British. So the Britishers always they were observing the developments means what all is happening in this region. They were knowing. So somebody in 1857, somebody said them, a news went to the British that Nana Saheb means representatives of Nana Saheb are there in Surpura. Understood? Means those people who followed Nana Saheb, who were with Nana Saheb, they are in Surpura. If they are in Surpura, means who should help them? Venkatappa Nayaka must have helped those people. So only they are in Surpura. So this news went to whom? To the British in 1857. This made the British suspicion of king's intentions. The British appointed an officer named Campbell to report on the various activities of the king. The officer submitted a report to the resident of Hyderabad that the king is involved in misadministration. So here the Britishers now, they wanted to know everything. Either the representatives of Nana Saheb are there in Surpura, what Venkatappa Nayaka is doing, either anything they are taking actions against us or they want to fight against us. So they wanted to know each and everything. So they appointed Campbell. Also, an officer named Campbell was appointed to note all the activities of the king and make a report on that. Understood? So when Campbell made this report, understood? Officer Campbell, he made a report and he submitted this report to Nizam of Hyderabad. Understood? Resident of Hyderabad, that the king is involved in misadministration. Means in that report it was written that this king is carrying on or is doing misadministration. Means he is helping Marathas. Understood? This kind of report was given. Venkatappa Nayaka is usually presented as the leader of 1857 revolution in Karnataka by the historians. So the historians, what all they have written regarding this revolt of 1857, whatever they have written regarding that revolt, in that revolt they consider Venkatappa Nayaka as a revolutionist in Karnataka. Understood? He revolted against the British in Karnataka. He is considered to be as a leader. The British army captured Surpura in 1858. The war continued there. There are confusions regarding Venkatappa Nayaka's end. So see, the British army, they captured Surpura in 1858. That is after first war of independence. That is in 1858. They captured Surpura, and also the end of Venkatappa Nayaka, means how he died, what happened to him, it is still unknown. It's not properly known. There are many confusions regarding this. Understood? That means during first war of independence, that is in 1857, Venkatappa Nayaka was the leader of that revolution which took place in Karnataka. That is in Surpur region. Understood? So here the officer Campbell was appointed to make a report. Means what all administration, how all it is going on that. And Madras Taylor, he was appointed as an officer, as a political agent, and also the Britishers gained, means the Madras Taylor, he gained proxy power to take decisions or to do administration in Surpur region. Next is Veerappa of Koppal. So here you have studied what all happened or what all took place in Surpur region. Next in Koppal region, and next in rebellion of Vedas of Halgalis. Understood? So these two are there again, Koppal and Halgali, what all happened. These are very easy. So many questions they have asked regarding 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks and all in this chapter. So each and everything you have to read. Understood? We can't say that only this is important, only this you have to do or and all. So everything is important, and from this nothing is dropped. From this lesson nothing is dropped. Next is Veerappa of Koppal and rebellion of Vedas of Halgali. We shall see in next class. So next class I will tell this, fill in the blanks, question answers, everything. And today I will end here only. Thank you, students.